The O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 16 years and counting.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment. Let's get right to the stage of Southern California. Who's in Southern California this evening? Here we are, Miller.
Billy, what a beautiful room you're staying in. Bill actually sleeps right here in the room. Right. You can see he brought his good luck elephant bong out from back east.
It's not a bong. It's kind of a Thailand.
Hard copy. First editions of Killing Everybody and His Mother. Beautiful, Billy. Beautiful.
All right, so now I know you're a deep thinker, Miller. Most people think you're a shallow showbiz guy, but that's not true. You're a deep thinker. And you know we have this divide in America, and you've come up with a way to solve it,
I do my part. I do my part. It's appropriate you're here in L.A. because the red and the blue states are now probably as balkanized as the Crips and the Bloods, quite frankly. It's gotten pretty nasty. But it hasn't gotten violent. It's not near a civil war. But you have to admit, it's probably the most pronounced I've seen it in my lifetime. Right. And I was thinking, well, we don't really hate each other. Some people do, but I think most people, and we all have people we love or good friends on the other side of this discourse. I think that it's just like we can still be friends, but we can't live together anymore. So I came up with an idea for the country to break up. And I got this from the great scholar, the Pliny the Elder of the modern masses, Gwyneth Paltrow. When her and her husband Chris Martin from Coldplay broke up, they called it a conscious uncoupling. And I think it might be time for a conscious uncoupling. Now, I put together some artwork, Billy. Right. It might be time to, pick albums, Who Gets the Dog, and split up. I think we need two border walls. I think that there's a West Coast and an East Coast, and then there's in the middle. I would make that country on the left, you see, California, Washington, and Oregon, and then open it up to Mexico, too. Let them max out and call it Mexico. You've got that country over there. Then up on the right-hand side, you have the bubble. That's where all the Northeast corridor, where all the intellectuals live. Call that the bubble. Then you might want to put something around Chicago, maybe a little mini wall there. But underneath, I was listening to Elon Musk, the Tesla guy this week. Smart guy. He said he thinks we should start making the infrastructure tunnels. And I thought, why not build an Arnold Schwarzenegger Running Man pneumatic tube that shoots between the two coasts so people can go back and forth and exist in Mexico or the bubble and just go underneath. You stop in Chicago like the old 20th Century Limited, get yourself a steak at the pump room, and then you connect to your part of the country. Then you and I, no, maybe not you, I can't speak for you, you're fair and balanced, but the rest of us are in the middle in a place called Norman Rockwellvania, where it's like the old world.
But you'd have to leave beautiful Santa Barbara.
Oh, somehow I'd pry myself out. That would be one of the things that everybody would have to pick where they want to go.
Yeah,
and let the other countries do their thing. Right. And then Mexico could be back part of the United States.
I'd have to leave Long Island. I'd have to go
really?
West
This
Virginia.
is the most self-revelatory you've ever been about your politics.
I don't know if I'd have to leave, but if I'm there, if I stay on Long Island in the bubble country,
you can't stay.
They're going to kill me.
Yeah,
they'll hang me.
But this would be beautiful because they would get to raise taxes the way they want, spend the way they want. We could have easy visa things where people could go across the borders to visit. Don't make it like the Brandenburg Gate. Make it easy. A day visit.
Okay.
You go see your loved ones and things like that.
In Pennsylvania.
And everybody just splits up and then we all mellow out.
The liberal precincts, though, are much smaller than the traditional precincts.
They don't want anything to do with us. They hate us. They think we're rubes. They think we're idiots. I'm doing this out of a loving gesture. Let's split up before it gets really vile.
But do you think that the Mexifornia, is that it, Mexifornia?
It's called Mexico.
Mexico.
We max out Mexico.
Okay.
Mexico.
Now, would they be able to survive, though? Or
Billy, it'd be better. Everybody, every day I hear people say, no, we shouldn't have a border. It'll be good for us. And I think maybe they're right. Maybe they're right.
Them not have a
Washington, Oregon, you get an idiot like Jim McDermott's in charge. He would love Mexico.
Okay, but there'd be a huge wall between Washington and Idaho and in Nevada and California.
Infrastructure. We see, and then here's the thing, like behind the home plate at Chase Stadium, we sell signage on the walls. We make a buck off it. Everybody wets their beak.
Who would be president of the bubble?
Well, in Norman Rockwellvania right now would be Trump. But out on the bubble in Mexico, it could still be Obama because they love him. And everybody would be happy.
Or Nancy Pelosi.
And then the best football team in Mexico plays the best football team in Norman Rockwellvania. Boom, we have a true Super Bowl.
Dennis Miller, everybody, a reminder.
I'm here all week. Hey, Billy, by the way, did you see the Bud commercial that they're running, huh?
Martha's
going to talk about it.
Yep.
Hey, listen to this, folks. Take a Bud Light and go to any one of the 7 countries on that immigrant list and crack it open on the main drag. Then when you eventually track down your head that they've scimitaared off, give a sip of the Bud Light to the head.
All right, Bill, you got to shut up now.
All right.
Got to go to commercial.